Hi everyone, thank you very much indeed for popping in and watching the video. I'm sure you're watching it on recording. Just a very quick request. We have a gorgeous little boy called Humphrey and he needs a home. He's in foster. There's quite a story with this little boy, but he came over on the 3rd of March. He's about, we reckon, about 5 years old, somewhere along those lines. I'm going to show you this gorgeous munchkin and you're going to fall in love with him immediately. Look at that little boy. So he's a little cocker spaniel, spaniel-y type mix. Who knows what wonderful heritage and DNA he's got in his bones and in his skin. He's a very, very brave little boy. He arrived here, I think, let me just see what I said about when he arrived. Well, he arrived in March this year. What happened was that I'd noticed that he got a little bit of when he walked. I saw the video that Jenny sent, and when he walked, he would frequently take a little sit down, and he'd walk a little bit further and sit down. So I asked Belinda to foster him for a little short while and do an assessment on him. So that we could get the right home for him and find out whether he needed surgery or anything like that. Belinda said that no, she didn't think he needed surgery. She didn't think it was a cruciate ligament. She thinks he needed what most of our dogs need, and that is time and good nutrition, gentle exercise, some anti-inflammatories and painkillers, and just to gently build that leg up. So that's what we have been doing since he arrived. Now, he did go into an adoptive home. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. He's such a sweetie. He's a really, really sweet dog. Like any dog, he has his preferences. And what he really responds to more than anything is stability. He likes to sleep. And the adoptive home that he was in were up early doors. So they were up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's halfway through the night. And he didn't fare very well in that kind of environment. Anyway, he's in foster. He's in North Nottingham, and he's in a wonderful foster home. He's with our lovely Carol. And this is him snoozling in his basket. He's a really pretty boy. What we would like for him is a quiet and stable home. So he is adaptable. We've seen how he's adapted, going to 3 places here in the UK since he arrived, with the adopters basically deciding that they didn't want to keep him anymore. So he went to Belinda's, he went to the adopters, and now he's with Carol. And he's adapted. I visited him on the first morning that he arrived at Carol's, and he looked like he'd been there forever. So he copes really, really well. He's been on holiday with Carol. He's run on the beach. He's had ever such a lovely time with Carol. We need now a home for him that will enable him to feel really safe, really secure, where he can predict the patterns of life and what is happening around him. That's what we really need for him. So he's about 5 years old. He's got that leg issue that we are, as a charity, very, very happy to support financially. So whatever he needs. He's in a home now with a number of other dogs, 2 little Yorkshire Terriers, little Mackie there that you just saw, and a couple of other fosters. So he's doing very, very well. We'd like the stability, because change, although he copes with it on the surface and he looks like he copes with it, change worries him. And so he puts a brave face on it. And what we'd really like for him is to be able to look at that lovely video. That's his foster dad. We would just like for him to be able to understand his home environment, and we would love him to be in a really stable, quiet home. It can be a fun home, we're really up for that, but not a home where there's lots of comings and goings. maybe it's not a home where people are up at different times of the night or day. This is him when we took him to, let me just get rid of this. This is him when we took him to, just 2 seconds, someone's ringing me. This is him when we took him to the physio. He's having a laser treatment there. And given that he is a little boy who has been protecting that back right leg, he soon adapted and trusted the physiotherapist. He just needs to know that he's not going to come to any harm and that he's going to be okay, and he can trust the people around him. So that's his lovely foster mum on the right and the lovely physiotherapist on the left. And you can just see the head in the corner left there of little Foxy. So I took Foxy along with me for that first visit, very first visit at the physio there. So what I would really love for Humphrey is for him to be adopted by a lovely home that's going to recognize his needs, his physical needs and his emotional needs, just like all of our dogs. But he's a real coper. He's a real trooper. He's a beautiful, cute. I mean, he's a beautiful, beautiful boy. I'll just show you this picture again. And you can see how pretty he is. He's lovely. So he's about 5 years old. He arrived in March. He's been into foster, then he was adopted, and he's back into foster. So he's a trooper. He really is. If anybody is interested, our email address is thedogteamuk@gmail.com, or you can put a note in the message, or indeed you can direct message myself or Julia or Carrie, and we will respond to that. So sending you all lots of love. Here's to us collectively working together as we do our very best work when we work together, and finding Humphrey the home of his dreams for the rest of his life. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye.